Hello everybody, welcome back to the Pixel Gamers. Today we're back playing some more The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If you're wondering why I'm doing a voiceover, that is because this episode is boring. This episode and the episode I was going to post next time is extremely boring to watch. So I thought instead of having to edit two episodes, I'd just combine them into one. So yeah, that's why you're hearing me do a voiceover while I'm completing a shrine puzzle. It's okay. So let's get into it. Light of blessing! And that was my 8th light of blessing, so that means I can get both a stamina vessel and a spirit orb. The first thing I did after completing the shrine was find Kilton. If you don't remember who Kilton is, then shame on you. He traded monster parts, but not only did I find Kilton, I also found Colton, Kilton's little brother. Have no idea why they made Colton, but funny nonetheless. So Kilton wants to become a Satori, which if you don't know what a Satori is, it's basically the blue piece, the bubble frogs, the lord of the mountain. Basically, he wants to become one of those. But to do so, he has to consume bubble gems from bubble frogs. So that's the main goal of the side quest, is to give Colton his bubble gems and all that. Oh yeah, and if you don't know what a Satori or a bubble roof frog is, it's this. It's that. From here, I just explored a few sky islands. In fact, I found a Korok, which is interesting, and I also found a shrine puzzle, which is one of those where I had to grab one of the green glowy things and bring it back. I also got a construct head out of this gumball machine. Basically, what they do is they lock onto whatever you think is an enemy, so that's cool. From there, I made this contraption, which is actually very useful, just so I can get to that island right there. In fact, like a little alcove in that island, which is where the thing was, the shrine thing. I also crashed into some vines. I got the green rock thing and I got back on my hover bike. My friend is playing Overwatch at the moment, and then I just flew back to the shrine. From this Wabu's Blessing Shrine, I got a mighty Zonite shield, which is amazing. Light of blessing! I fell down to the dueling peaks on purpose, by the way, and I did do a combat shrine, which is one of the most boring shrines ever. Light of blessing! I went down near the stable and found another Korok. Then past the stable, I found Addison, which I just solved by, I don't know, just a bunch of hoverstones, which are really useful for this purpose. It works, and I question why Addison just doesn't support it to begin with, or have someone else support it. I have no clue. Then I killed this Hinox. And that was the first episode I recorded for that day. Not even kidding. I was able to fit 40 minutes of video into 3 minutes. You can see why I wanted to do this episode now. We begin this next episode by dying to this enemy base. Don't worry though, me, Till, and Stanley were able to beat them. We then began the 13-minute journey to Hateno village, with literally nothing happening. Apart from maybe a Korok, but that's about it. Apparently, someone named Cece is a very famous fashion person. I don't know. But if they're the one putting all these mushrooms on these people's heads, not a big fan. In fact, after the episode, I was able to go inside and I figured out who CC was. Apparently, there's a presidential election happening there. If you want to see that in the next episode, why don't you comment? And while you're at it, if you made it to this far, why don't you leave a like and possibly subscribe?
Like in love.
This guy's in love. This guy has a bunch of arrows and stuff that I need to complete one of the side adventures. This is Link's old house with a picture of a goat, a random person, a golden horse, which is interesting, and something that I think is the horned beast from one of the other side adventures. I talked to the dye shop owner and he gave me some CC fabric, which now I can change the fabric of my paraglider, which is very neat. And with a launch break, I chose the nostalgic fabric. If you don't remember this is the paraglider from Breath of the Wild, which this fabric is found at the top of the Temple of Time. I go down this well just to pop out next to another. I find Robbie, which is the whole reason why I came to Hateno Village in the first place, because he said he can upgrade my Parapad. I had a horrible time trying to figure out how the Sheikah sensor worked. But I did find this cave, find this bubble frog, find this shrine, and get the light of blessing. Robbie basically implied that I was an idiot and put up with the instructions of how to use the shrine sensor. From here, I was able to get a few new upgrades for the Parapad, like the Travel Medallion, which I had to go to Akala, Hero's Path Mode, which Robbie also put up a poster, and the Sensor Plus Mode, which Robbie also had to put up a poster. And that's all for today's episode. On my left is the YouTube channel in which you should subscribe to, and on my right is my Tears of the Kingdom Let's Play and a YouTube recommended by YouTube for you. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.